Diane from Teach Pre-K, and I am here today with a teacher tip, and it is probably something that you already do. Something that I've noticed when observing other teachers, talking to other teachers, is that most really good teachers all do this one thing. And when I tell you what it is, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I do that already. I'm a great teacher. Because you are. Well, here's the thing. Most really good teachers are constantly reviewing what they're doing and how they're doing it. They are constantly evaluating their class and constantly evaluating their own performance. Most of us teachers don't need someone to come in and observe us. We already know our strengths, our weaknesses. We go over every day in our head or in a notebook what we need to work on, what we can do better, and we develop strategies. I know that both myself and I've seen my aides do this too. We will do small group centers, and if it's a center we haven't done before, it takes us until into our second group or our third group to go, aha, I know how to do this center so well now. I know how to keep the kids engaged. I know the words I want to use. I know exactly how I want to do this. And sometimes we feel like, oh man, that first and second group really did not get the best of this. But since, especially in preschool, we are constantly doing the same kind of activities and centers over and over, when we do that same kind of center again for a different theme, we've got that prior knowledge, we're going to apply it, and that center is going to be amazing, and the kids are going to learn so much more. So there's that constant evaluation as you're doing things, immediately after you're doing things. I have 2 classes with a lunch/planning period in between. And so I definitely use some of that time. Usually when I'm cleaning up from my first class, my lunch is in the microwave. I'm thinking, okay, what went well today? What didn't go so well today? Is there something that I need to change? What do I need to keep? Why do I need to change the thing that I need to change, and how am I going to do it? And then I'll think, okay, how am I going to do this? Well, I have a couple of options. I have some wonderful teachers in my own school that are just a little different than I am, but great teachers. If they were the same as I am, I don't think I would want to come to them and ask them for a new idea for something, because we're probably already doing the same thing. So I find someone who's really good, really easy to communicate with, and that does things just a little bit differently than I do. And I will come to them and say, hey, this is what's going on with my kiddos during lineup. This is what's going on during circle time. This happened in this center, blah, blah, blah. And I'll say, do you have some ideas? I'm just like, I feel like I need to change this up to make it better. What's your idea? What can you offer? And, they'll give me their ideas, and I'll go try them out and put my own spin on it and see if it works. Or I do what you're doing now, and I come to find teachers on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and blog posts. And a lot of times I get validation that I am doing things right, which boosts my confidence. But then I'll get little tweaks that definitely help me with the changes that I need to make. Now, so I do this during class, after class, again at the end of the day. Every few days I kind of evaluate what's going well, what's not going well. Unfortunately, the things that aren't going well usually stick out to me the most. And so those are the things that I know I need to work on and change. Now, none of this is formal. I don't write it down. I might write a reminder, like watch YouTube videos on lining up, getting your class to line up. There is someone you might want to check out. She's a retired kindergarten teacher. She's about my age. I love her. She's super enthusiastic. She's great. Um, it's called Making the Basics Fun. And wow, I mean, a lot of her ideas are geared toward kindergarten and don't really apply to me, but she has some great ideas, and I can pick her ideas apart and make them work for my kids. Super practical, simple, great. I absolutely love watching her videos because even though I've been teaching for a million years, and I do feel like I'm a good teacher, and I do feel like I have great classroom management skills, you guys, teaching preschool is really, really hard. And you're dealing with, all these little personalities and big feelings and kids that don't know how to be in school. And so I definitely have my go to people um, that I like to watch on YouTube. That's kind of why I started this channel, because I thought, I've come here for help and I want to help other people as well. So maybe I'm one of your people that you go to. Maybe I have a good video on how you can do something better. I hope that's my dream. But so every single good teacher I know is constantly evaluating their class and their performance and seeing areas that they can make things better and more engaging or more challenging, or maybe seeing that you've made things too challenging and you need to scale things down a little bit. Just look and be as objective as you can. One of the things that's important to me is that I always realize, even though I know I'm really good at my job, I know no matter what, I can learn from everybody. My aides have given me some of the best ideas and advice of anybody, because they're in the trenches with me and they see things going on and they see it from a different perspective than I do. So I love that. I love going to other teachers in my school, to my administration. I love observing other classrooms. I love reading people's comments on my own videos. Oh my gosh, I have learned so much. We all have so much to learn from each other. And if you ever feel like you've hit the pinnacle and you don't have any more to learn, that's when you're going to go stagnant and your class isn't going to be as great anymore. And you're not going to be as effective as you have been. That's just the way it goes. We always need to be evolving, learning, and changing, because that's the only way we are going to get better at what we do. So I challenge you, if you don't do this already, which I bet you guys already do, but I challenge you to really look at different parts of your day that might be a struggle and do that backward design. Think about where you want it to be and how you're going to get there. Look at the things that just might need a little tweak here and there, and try out some different things and see what works. We're kind of going for not this perfect classroom, because we're never going to get there. I mean, we deal with little kids. It's just not going to happen. They're changing along with everything that we do as well. And they're so smart. They figure out ways to foil all of our best laid plans. But I just really want you to have a goal of being the best teacher that you can be, and have a classroom that's fun and nurturing and free of strife between teachers and students and students and students, where there's not power struggles and things are never going to always run smoothly. Please keep that in mind, but they run as smooth as they can on any given day, and with all the fires that you are constantly putting out, which I don't think anybody realizes everything that you do every day. But become your own evaluator. Observe yourself. Observe your kids. Constantly find ways to do things better. But most importantly, acknowledge what you're doing great every single day And you guys, last year I had the roughest class, and sometimes what I did great was just show up because it was tough. But acknowledge that. Give yourself that. When a center goes well, pat yourself on the back and be like, good job. That was amazing. That felt so good. I was in flow. It was great. Give yourself that validation, and let yourself know what you're doing right, because it's going to boost your confidence, which is only going to help you when things aren't going right, and give you just a clarity, and an ability to figure out how to do it better. If you feel bad about yourself, it's really, really hard to find the motivation to get to where you need to be. So just keep that in mind, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more coming up this weekend, but have a great weekend, weekday. Thanks for showing up and watching my videos. Subscribe, leave a comment. I always love to hear what you have to say.